If you're a Claude user or thinking about using Claude, this should be a good day for you. They just partnered with SpaceX to take advantage of their massive Colossus 1 data center. And this is going to open up huge for the rate limits, which is a lot of people complain about when they just do a few prompts and then they hit the rate limit, or maybe they're paying $100 a month and they hit it quicker than they want. The 5-hour limits are actually doubled. They're removing the peak hours, which is a big dampen to what they had previously in store. Higher API limits for those users as far as getting rate limited, and a lot more that we're going to dig into the actual article opposed to just the post in this video. This is a very big announcement, a very big partnership. I'm excited about it, so let's dive in to see all the details around it. This is the post announcement that was live literally less than like 15 minutes ago, so you're seeing this in pretty real time. Of course, it's going to take a little bit to get the video uploaded, which is just saying everything I just said. They partner with SpaceX. They're going to increase usage limits for Claude Code and Claude API, doubling the 5-hour, removing, I'm not going to repeat too much, and this is what they're using. A lot of people stop there, read the post, and don't dig in further, but that's the reason why you're probably watching this video, is to dive in a little further. So let's go into this article and see exactly more details on this partnership, because what is Elon getting out of this? Well, maybe it talks about it here. And this is a first look at the, I read the post, obviously. This is a first look at the actual article. I did see that it wasn't super long, so I don't feel like I'll bore you by reading it. But it talks about the partnership, and it talks about specifically how the higher usage limit. So let's break it down into the 3 categories that are effective right now at the time you're watching this video. They're doubling Claude Code's 5-hour rate limit. Again, these are the 3 things we really saw. Removing the peak hours limit and increasing the API. Specifically, they're moving it from 30,000 to 500,000 tokens per minute on tier 1, 8,000 to 80. The main thing you want to see how this chart is, because most of these numbers don't mean a thing to most average users, is they're substantially increasing these. This is what, 10 times, 30,000 to 50,000. It's a substantial increase, 8,000 to 80,000. That is 10 times. A lot of these are just getting substantial increases. And it talks about specifically in here, one of the biggest parts is the partnership with SpaceX. So on this agreement, it gives them access to 300 megawatts of new capacity, which is over 220,000 NVIDIA GPUs within the month. This additional capacity will directly improve capacity for Claude Pro and Claude Max subscribers. So if you are a paid Claude user, then this affects you again immediately. This joins other significant compute announcements, and these are just recent partnerships they had with FluidStack, Microsoft, Google, and all that, to be able to increase rate limits and not just put a strain on those that are actually aggressively using their LLM. We train and run Claude on a range of AI hardware, AWS Trainium, Google, NVIDIA, and continuing to explore opportunities to big capacity. As part of this agreement, we have also expressed interest in partnering with SpaceX. This is important, to develop multiple gigawatts of orbital AI compute capacity. Our enterprise customers, particularly those regulated industries like financial services, healthcare, and government, need in-region infrastructure to meet compliance and data residency requirements. So this part is kind of for them. They're basically saying they're scaling this up for enterprise level partners to be able to meet all of the needs, because they want to be a one-size-fits-all. That's kind of what they're saying here. We're very intentionally about to add capacity, partnering with democratic countries whose legal and regulatory framework support investment of this scale. Finally, we recently made a commitment to cover any consumer electricity price increases caused by our data centers in the U.S. As part of our intentional expansion, we're exploring ways to extend the commitment of new jurisdictions, as well as partnering with local leaders to invest back into the communities to host our facilities. So this is kind of when it gets into the energy usage. I don't want to go into this too much because this isn't like an environmentalist channel, but I do think it's cool that they're basically saying if they cause any electricity price increases to communities, then they are looking to pay them back. That is one big complaint with these AI data centers, is they come in, they take a bunch of resources, and it's just kind of up to the city or the state to pay those. They're saying if they cause this, and they're going to cover it. I think that's a good little nod for Claude to do for their customers. It makes me happy. But overall, this is really cool. Short video, maybe under 3.5 minutes for you, just to kind of show you exactly what this is. Yesterday, I started a longer video on their finance announcement. I didn't actually finish it, but I have a lot of other videos like actually going in and using Claude, showing you different connections, plugins. My last one is Higgsfield. You should check it out.